Hey tankers, Bunzaduck here. Today we are in my Object 430. We are on Berlin in a standard battle in a Tier 9, Tier 8, Tier 7 game. So top tier medium, the 430, I mean, it might as well be a light, medium heavy, light heavy, basically. Kind of a light heavy, really. Um, you know, good good armor, fairly good gun, close range. It's not a sniper. But excuse me. Anyway, I was streaming while I did this, and when I played this game, and I jumped into it, and I was asking the stream, he's like, "Has anybody figured out this map?" And of course, the stream was like, "No, not really." I mean, I've played some games where I've gone this way, all the way into this area here. Sometimes maybe push up a little bit further, right about there. I've spawned over here where I've done the same thing, come up in over here. I've played the bunker, just done a lot of work over here, but I've never gone over here to help the heavies. So I thought, well, let's go help the heavies today. So here we go. So 430, obviously I'm in the upper tier, so, and with the trollish armor and everything, could feasibly play in the heavies. I got a FV201 A45 over here, and then a 70 an IS-32. TS5 coming in behind us, so I'm like, okay. And now I'm not really knowing this area, so I'm being kind of cautious right now. And I see our IS-32, he's pushing up there, and he's like, whoa, hey, what's that? And there's a nice little piece off of that T-49, made him think twice about that. But again, they got me spotted, so I gotta get out of there. There's a 430 over there, gotta watch him. And our IS-32 just charges in, and I'm like, okay. And I can see the 430 charging in. I'm like, okay, can I get up here and get a shot at him? Can I? No, he's too low. I got to go back. And now the 430 or the 32 is asking for help. So it's like, I know what I got to do. I got to charge in. I got to help him. We need to keep that guy alive if we can. Didn't get anything off of that. I'm not sure what I hit, but all right, so we're going to hold him up here, put a shot into his cupola, and he's down. Now I'm just going to use this dead Hulk here. There's a Leo right there. Put a nice little piece of chunk into him. And I know that 130's trying to line me up. I got a Hellcat behind me. I need to get Leo's down. Now SU takes his shot, but now it's like, okay, fine. It's time for you to go away. And there's the Super Hellcat again. Not what I needed. Alright, so I'm down here fighting multiple targets, right? And I've got my ONI over here, my TS5, the FV201 A45. He's helping. I mean, but the gun is, it doesn't put a lot of pressure, but he's keeping this guy honest over here. Another A45. Okay. We've got the T25-2. And I've got to get this 130 out of here. I've just got to get him out of here. So I put a shot into him. I figure, okay, at this point, we're just going to ram him up. Put another shot into him. I fall back, ram again. I take another chunk. He takes a chunk off me, and I'm like, okay, fine. I'm done with you. All right. So I've given up quite a few hit points in this little exchange. I've gotten 3 tanks out, but I've given up 2/3 of my hit points. So at this point, I've got to be careful now. A45 he's too busy playing building sniper. I'm not even sure. I think he's just focused on our A45. Come in here and see if I can. Yep. Take a nice little shot into his butt. And he takes a chunk off of me. I put another shot into him. Now we're just doing the death dance. Who's gonna? I bounced him. Takes another shot. All right. So now I've given up almost all. I've got 97 hit points in that exchange, and all that to try and save the 3-2, who is just being an idiot. Now I got this Hellcat I got to deal with. I got a T25-2 I got to deal with, and I got an IS-32 over there I got to deal with. Hellcat's gone, so don't have to deal with him anymore. I'm a little leery about that 25-2, and I really wanted that IS-32 to keep moving. I don't know where that shot went, but I can see the 3-2s coming back at me. And I'm like, oh, brother. That's all I needed was to be double barreled by that guy. And of course, I got up on that rock and it rocked me. I couldn't get the gun depression to get into his side. So I'm going to fall back, hoping that the ONI is pushing on him. The FV4205 can help me out here. He's pushing fast. He is coming quick. I do get a chunk of him, and he takes me out. I mean, gave up too many hit points. Well, we managed to pull that out. Got a second class, bruiser, duelist, fire for effect, and high caliber. 84,551 in credits, 4,704 in experience, and a bond. I did 3,827 in damage, got 3 kills for a base XP of 980. Wasn't going to get a lot of base XP because I was an upper tier tank, right? Fired 14 shots, of those 12 hit, and of those 12, 11 penetrated. So that's pretty good for me. Blocked 670, and I spotted for 146, but otherwise it was just straight up. Made some decent credits, made some decent experience. So, note to self, right? What would I do differently in that battle? I wouldn't have taken the SU-130 nose to nose. I had him in a situation where I could poke around and get a shot before he could poke around and give a shot back, just due to him being more of a rear-turreted TD. But that left me open for the A45, so he could have sat there and whittled me down. Should I have charged in as hard as I did on the 703, trying to save the not the 703, but the IS-32? Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have just kind of held back and taken shots at the 430. I would have saved some shots from the Hellcat. I would have saved shots from the SU-130. So there's some things in there that I could have done differently to maybe hold my hit points to allow me to take on that last IS-32 and survive the game. So just a little tanking tactics. So those mid-game, early game decisions are just as important as the mid-game decisions and late-game decisions. Charging in, had I been able to get a hit on that 430 with my first shot, I think it would have changed it a little bit. But anyway, that it is what it is. So that's my Object 430 on Berlin in a standard battle. If you like the video, hit the like button. Keep those videos coming. I greatly appreciate it. Please remember to hit the subscribe button. This is Bonsai Duck out.